Okay, here we are with David Bunn's 1970 SS 454 Chevelle. This is an original car with all the original fenders and original emblem placement. We're going to show how to measure and where to put your emblems so that you'll get them in the right place. First, we're removing the 454 and the first S. Alright, with the tape measure, what we suggest is putting some tape across here so you can use it to get your measurements. We're going to go to the middle of this ridge right here. We're going to come down 7 1/8 of an inch and put a mark. You put your mark there on that 7 1/8 that way. Then coming from the door over, we're going to come over 5 3/16, and that'll put you an X right there, and that's where your first hole will go for your S. Now once you put the S up there, you can stick it in that first hole, move it around and get it straight, push on it here and get an indented place for your second hole. Or if you'd like to, you can actually measure that, and what you'll get when you come down is 8 5/16 down to the center of that hole, and coming over a total of 5 5/16 to the center of that hole, and see if that puts your mark. And then once you put your S back up here, you can make sure that it's straight and then put your S back on. Now for the 454, now keep in mind there's a 1/4 of an inch between this S and this S, 1/4 of an inch. Then there's a 1/4 of an inch from the S down to the 454, and that holds true on every car that we've measured thus far. And now for your 454 placement, we're still using the tape. We're going to come down from the ridge 9 1/16, and we're going to put a mark across 9 1/16. Then coming from the door edge, we're going to come over 5 13/16, and that'll be the center of your first pinhole location for the 454. Once you drill that hole, you can put the emblem in, line it up straight, being sure to keep a 1/4 of an inch between the S and the 4 on both sides. Push on the emblem, it'll leave a little indented place there. Drill your hole there. Then as you put it up and push it in, you can get your alignment pin location by pushing once again and rocking the emblem a little bit. It'll leave a little indented place there where you can drill your alignment hole, and that'll give you the perfect placement for the passenger side on your SS 454 or 396 emblems. Okay, now we're over on the left hand side of the same 70 Chevelle. We're going to do the measurements on this side to show you the placement. Now measuring from the top of the ridge down to the first hole is exactly the same measurement we got on the other side, which is 7 1/8 of an inch where you want to put your mark. Then we come from the door. It's a little bit different on this side. When we come from the door, we come over 5 3/16, and you're going to cross that mark there. That'll be your first pin location. Now if you want to drop down to the second, then do the bottom hole here. You want to drop down this time 8 5/16, 8 5/16, and then come over 5 5/16. That's where your second pin. And before you drill that, you want to put your emblem up there, hold it, and make sure that it bottoms out into the right end across of your T before you drill that. Keep in mind now, you got to have that 1/4 of an inch between the two S's and between the S and the 454. Now for the front S, you want to come over, we're going to come over 7 5/8. That'll be 7 5/8 to the center of that hole. And then also coming down from the top, once again 7 1/8. That'll give you the pin location for the top. And then you can straighten that S up, drill your second hole. Now to get your 454, you're going to start at that same ridge. You're going to come down 9 1/16 of an inch. You put your mark, then you come over 7 3/8, cross your T. That'll be your first pin location for your 454. Put your 454 in, get it straight, a 1/4 of an inch under your S's, and drill your rest of your remaining holes, and that'll be your perfect emblem location for a 70 Chevelle.